that we really want to push. Arlene? Arlene!
Hello. Hello.
Hey,
I'm
hey!
here.
How you doing,
Ready?
girl? Welcome,
All right.
welcome once
Bless up. Bless
again.
up. It's always good to be tuning into Roots 96.1 FM. Yes. The voice of the voiceless, the voice of the community. And of course, in many instances, like as you spoke about Avangel, Scarlett, see, they are now we not see it in the media yet. You understand me? But whenever
Oh
gunshot
no.
fire, then I'm told it's all over the media.
Mm.
And me not tell a lie, me bits. And boy, may I tell you, if Paul in the day here, me can't stop saying she the day here. Me couldn't hold her, you know. You know, come here
You
come
know, you
bragging,
know.
so me couldn't hold her, me
Yeah,
couldn't hold her that
well,
year at
bag
all.
of excitement, bag of excitement.
Well, she none at all. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we have a lot of this in our communities, but we were schooled a particular way
Mm-hmm.
about self-praise is no recommendation. But me tell
Right.
people, cut your crap. Are you write your resume and are you write your own recommendation? Because it's based on your behavior why your recommendation is going to be written. So I don't see why we can't toot with one hand sometimes. You
Yes.
know, people will tend to do well. They are so afraid of talking about it because people are going to say,
Yeah.
yeah, put your one on and self-praise is no recommendation, but it is recommendation as far as me is concerned. And I mean, yes, the young man is so humble. Yes, he's so humble. And I mean, I don't want free riding it because you know what, as him say, it was competitive because I was my bride Pitney in our class, right? Because I was my bride Pitney, we have all both. But guess what? Two parents teach. Well, for them have 19 and 23 and 18 and 17 subjects. Whole heap of that in a inner system. Whole heap. Trust me. People just need, you say like how the politician canvas, you say, who are going to vote for them. We think them need to go up on the corner them, but the youth them are rub out them and mingle and canvas. Many of those youth have subject. But because of where you are placed, and some of them get despondent because based on your address, when you put out your resume out there, when you send out application to work, most time they don't really call you because of which part you come from. That is one of the things that CSJP used to do. That's the Citizen Security and Justice Program because they have this partnership. Then they would get our foot in the door. So after a certain time, then the employers, most times, the employers keep on the people that they sent because guess what? The youth, yeah. You know, there are so many of our children that were sent on summer jobs. But of course, they wouldn't get in before, but because you have a Kimani Martin who would have walk and have meetings with the member with the different persons, them employers, and get some persons to get summer jobs. There are persons who got summer jobs on the Kimani and the youth and the Fletchers and youth motivators that are still employed to these companies. So it's just about getting your foot in the door. So we have to fight and we have to talk a lot. And this is one of the medium that is used to highlight the positives coming out of the inner city. Be the voice of the voiceless. Be the voice of the community. That's what this radio station does. Right? Because I mean, most negative. We can't hide from the negative. It's part of what's happening. But guess what? Why? Why nobody can find our Evangel one was saying get 19 subjects? Nobody else in a Jamaica no know. In school no know. Nobody no know. Hmm? Nobody no know all of this. We talk about this. Come on, man. We need to do better. We need to do better. But let me. You know, me always have to talk about Evangel, but I want to talk about our teachers as well. It has been in the news how much teachers have resigned. I guess most of these teachers that have resigned have decided to take a position overseas. That's my assumption. I want to say to our teachers, be patriotic and not political. Don't use your political bias to make a decision to quit. Because I'm telling you something. At the end of the day, be mindful of the repercussion of leaving your children behind. You say, if you can't carry on up with you, we don't know. Tata, bye-bye, me not a problem. If you can't carry on up with you, we don't know me good. But me have a problem if you not have to leave your children behind. Think with your head and your heart, your soul and your mind. The decision you make today may affect you and your children negatively for the rest of your life. Yes, more money, all that glitter is not always gold, and it always look green on the other side. I remember I have friends that have gone through the teaching program and has gone overseas. One of my colleagues, one of my classmates, she said to me it was a culture shock. So yes, the money sound good and the offering sound good, but there's more to it than that. If you have a vacancy for you, that means say other people are foreign did not take up the offer, they don't want the work. And sometimes why they don't want the work are what comes with the job. Remember, these children are not, trust me, most of them are obedient like Jamaican children. They can be very rude. And you know what? Racism is still alive. We have to be careful. But all of that are not even the biggest part of the issue. My problem, my main problem why I'm really mad with anybody we go left pitney and go foreign. No matter who you think you left your pitney with, me still have a problem. Me still a worry. Based on all of the things that we have heard doing the kind of work that we have been doing. It's not in the media. So no now go know, but there and people are trying to protect family name. Our boys and our girls are sometimes molested by persons you know and trust. Remember that when you not left for no pitney go foreign. Our boys and our girls, remember our boys are also molested by female relatives. Look here, let me tell you something. People are always trying to put the wrong of a female on the back burner. But female molest our children too. Females molest our children too. Our boys and our girls are sometimes molested by persons you know and trust. Family members and friends, people you know, people who are known to them. Our children are oftentimes molested by people who we hold in high esteem, people who we respect, by people who we place on the pedestal. So, I mean, it is so difficult. I don't know why. We know that everybody can tell lies, but we need to make our children feel comfortable to relate to us. However, when children are molested, the damage is already done. Some of these children will be affected forever. This we don't need. No matter how much money you can send back, no matter, you remember years back people used to talk about barrel pitney and the barrel syndrome, same goes here. Yes, me know so we have social media now and you can and we have cameras and you can try you can do your best to monitor them. But there are always areas in a space that you cannot put camera under the law. Our children can and will be molested. We have to be careful. Our children will be led astray because mommy not really dead. Daddy not really dead. And we don't know the kind of daddy that we are left putting them with, or the kind of mommy that mommy might decide that she get lonely and need a partner. But the partner really don't have eye for mommy, you know. But because mommy have one son, when would I want to into a really something with it? So the only way to get to the child is to get into the home. Be careful when not carrying on the house. Likewise, daddy. And maybe daddy has different intentions as well. I remember talking with a lady, a police officer she is, and when her mother went away, and her mother, she took up the responsibility for her smaller siblings. It's not that I don't make up something I read something. She took up the responsibility for her smaller siblings. Take care of the house and take care of everything. When her father or stepfather or some male within the household start make advances at her, she did things that are part of her duty to come mommy no did it. We have to be careful. And we tell our children about bad touch and good touch. What I want to say to you, the real bad touch feels good. And the smart child molester is going to make it feel good. But you told your children about bad touch. But I'm saying this morning, tell them where they are not to be touched. Because bad touch can feel good. Tell them where they are not to be touched. These people are so smart, and them and if them are going to tell us that them are going to kill your mother, them are going to kill your father. I'm going to tell you something. Children are protective of their parents. So if you say, hey, any you tell them about me, I'll kill your mother. Any you tell them about me, I'll kill your father. Or I'm going to burn down your house or whatever. They stay silent. So anybody will go work or resign. In this situation, me I talk about the teachers. Please, no cut off no nose to spite to no face. No do it. No do it. And make sure, say, I don't know, political bias across this. We need to be patriotic. I say where a teacher was saw on some social media said she buy one fan fee class. Nothing wrong with that. A long time we had to do like something there. But I don't remember if a high school or a primary school or where. We just take up some little money. Everybody put one money together. You buy one fancy classroom. That's it. Helping them can cooler. The more money you pick up, maybe you can buy too. And we must learn. And sometimes when you're going at them, they say you can communicate. You can say, you know, I am a teacher. You know, tell nobody to beg, but me I say you can solicit. I am trying a fan for my classroom. Can I speak with the manager? Ask somebody then can match it. If you buy one fan for your classroom, ask somebody say, me buy one fan for my classroom. My classroom really need 2 fans. Can you donate a fan to my classroom? It's not a biggie. All of we are suffer the same heat. It has nothing to do with the government of the day. So if we want to be comfortable in a space where you work, you spend so much of your waking hours, nothing wrong if you either buy one fan out of your pocket or you ask the children with a parental consent to contribute something. You can do that. I know, no big deal. Remember, let me say this. You buy one fan for your classroom and you talk about it. But when you're sitting at the same classroom, using the electricity, using the space, using all the amenities, and you do an extra lesson class, you did not give any money to the government. All that money went to your pocket. So if you buy one fan and put in a one classroom, subtract that from the utility bill, where you're incur when you keep extra lessons, Saturday class, Sunday class. Yes, you say if you benefit the children, but you benefit too. And we have our children with our teachers going out because them say them not make no money and they not make this. But if we calculate, say you have a class with 20 children, or you have a class with 30, because most of the class them big, and imagine you have some of them, you have 10 of them, and I know it's not going to be 10, I know it's going to be more. I do extra lesson class. Let me start with a figure. So them pay $1,500 a week, Monday to Friday, or Monday to Thursday to summer, for that extra lesson class. Saturday and Sunday, you pay another additional $1,500 for them 2 days. That is $3,000 per child. And if a 10 people, you have a $30,000 a week. And at the end of the month, a $120,000 plus your pay with government here. Is not that quite a bit of money? Is not that a nice tidy sum? Or we don't calculate it in that realm? What about the self-worth you feel when all of these children do well? Is that's a part? That's a legacy. That's priceless. You are part of the process. You know how me feel good when me pen a recommendation to somebody and then go at the job and then get through and they are being doing well and then be able to grow to their fullest potential. You know how me feel good when me refer somebody to CSJP and I went to university and then become one doctor. You know how me feel good? That feel good there. To me don't know about nobody. That feel good there is priceless. So I mean, something where listen to me. There are so many teachers that are doing so much more. I remember talking to a teacher from a St. Elizabeth's primary school. In that part of Jamaica, rural Jamaica, half of the time light gone. We are talking about the COVID and light gone, and you have to print pay things to carry go back at the different rural spaces them so that children can get somewhere to do. That teacher had to walk have to put our standby generator in our car, because most of the time, every day light go away in these rural spaces. So she put our generator, our standby generator, in our car and carry to school. That's if light gone, stop. Oh, there's no electricity, so you can't print and you sit down because you still don't get paid. She didn't do that. Hats off to Pisgah Primary School in St. Elizabeth. Bless up on yourself over there. You guys have been doing a lot of work. When a primary school teacher, one of the pep persons, had passed from one row, but 2020 and COVID and everything we are going. She knew we didn't have the facility at home. So what she said to him, say, here, come to school, come to primary school, come do whatever work you have to do, so that you can stay on top of your game. There are so many people that are patriotic. There are so many good teachers in Jamaica, and I don't want to commend the teachers that are doing well. And there are so many just sit down and them no business. You get paid because you reach a school. I heard something about performance pay. I think PJ Pattis had mentioned it way back. And I think it's back on the table again. Let me tell you something. Some people just don't do nothing. In some instances, not all, because let me tell you, some people really go out of them way to make sure that the children are doing well. I mean, I talk about the people that we are doing the different money from the government and do them. Give them. When one teacher, there are so many things. I remember talking to a friend of mine who's a principal at a school, and she said there were some children, and there was this particular, back in the COVID when you have to send the work, go give them or them come for the work, but there were persons who weren't taking back any work, and she pondered the case, and she said, what could I not happen? All right, we are going to go at the picnic yard, and then go at the picnic yard. When they went there, the child never did even was torn to put him up and for doing work. So hence the work was not being done. Remember, there are a lot of Jamaicans that are living below the poverty level. Yes, you want to give them one tablet or you want to give them one phone, but guess what? They don't have no internet. Yes, you put the work back in a COVID, me attack, we work up on TV, JRCVM, them don't have no TV. There are a lot of people living below the poverty level. So this is something that there are so many things that so many teachers have done that need commendation. And there are so many other teachers that, trust me, me wonder what to use and think. I know there are so many things that are good that we ought to be talking about, but this is something we need to look at. There are many, I have heard this, I don't know, this is anecdotal. I have heard this. Whole heap of teacher will leave Jamaica and Ghana foreign and not teaching job then Ghana. Some of them not even get no job, no permanent job, they just get a little maybe some little care-head positions. But they are too ashamed to come home. But I want to say to you teachers who are still in the US and wherever across the world, and you have not landed yourself a permanent position, and you feel like you're feeling nostalgic, reach out to the Ministry of Education. Come back home. Be a part of the process. Be a part of the success. Let me tell you something. No, you see, most of we ego be gone with. But let me tell you, you plan something or somebody tell you about something and it don't work. And these things happen. People tell us, say, it's all glitter and gold, it's always green on the other side, but when you go over there, no green. So here what you are going to do, reach out to the Ministry of Education and see if you still have a space. Because there are many slots that are still not being filled. So if you're there overseas, wherever across the world, or if you start your own business and it not go as good as you think it would have gone, because when we have flesh out the thing, most time we don't go see the beauty. I am saying to you, reach out to the Ministry of Education and sing your song and find your way back home. That's what you need to be doing. Sing your song and find your way back home. We must be patriotic and not political. We must not allow our political bias to decide how we treat with what is happening in our country. I do agree that you may, when you count the dollar, a dollar is a dollar in any country. So at the end of the day, sometimes not even work out. Weigh the pros and cons, especially where your children are concerned. Trust me, not easy. I have seen many people who migrate and leave children back home. So one way or the other, it's not easy. Them have to bend them back forward. Sometimes them have to do without in this space where they just to make sure their children are right. Because I mean, some of us, we have family and friends that are so mean. If a $10 feel light bill, them tell us you are $20. And because your child is there, that automatically become your burden. If a $5 for food, them say a 15. So everything, but I mean, I don't know what kind of place. And them add to the problem where we already have. Because remember, we know that things raise often. Not because the government wants to, but because that's how it is. And everywhere across the world, it is the same way. I have spent some time in the US and I realize a whole heap of the food dearer than the food of Jamaica. And a dollar is a dollar in any country. So if you have to buy the food, you're gonna stay. To me, really work out. Stay home and build a stable family life. Be there to nurture your children to their fullest potential. Nobody run go away because you want to send barrel and you want to give them the latest this and the latest that. They need to understand. Say, guess what? I have chosen to be here. It might be a little less financially, but guess what? The nurturing is very important. It is little less, but nurturing is important. Nurturing is important. So you need to stay here with your people. Them wanna run go. Some wanna run gonna far now, not happy. But guess what? Ego and shame and pride. They couldn't know want to run, come back. Come back. Reach out to the Ministry of Education and come back. That's what you need to be doing right now. Reaching out. Reach out. I think we're going on a break in a little while. I'm just waiting for my wrap up, but I'm just saying, teachers, Jamaicans, be patriotic and not political. I'm waiting for my wrap up so that I can go on a break, but I'm not getting the wrap up, so I guess I'll have to just keep talking about what we're talking about. I beg my teacher them. Me have been still too now.
Yeah. 2 up, 2. Bush loader. Ready, man? Yeah. Excuse me, no pagans. Don't seek validation. Those and admiration from you nor your patrons. Boasting about name brands. But also over.
Get the real inner city community news and be informed. You can do all that and more on City Beat, Monday to Friday at 12:45 p.m. on Roots 96.1 FM. City Beat puts you in the know and keeps you rocking in a world of knowledge. So let City Beat catch you on Roots 96.1 FM, Monday to Friday at 12:45 for City Beat. City Beat is the pulse of the city, so don't miss it. Monday to Friday at 12:45 p.m. on Roots 96.1 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. All carry-on items should now be stowed securely, either in an overhead bin or under the seat in front of you.
Join me, Sugar Wayne Watkins, every Friday afternoon, 2 p.m. until 5:30 p.m. for The Flight. Coming through the airwaves of Roots 96.1 FM. The Flight is a musical journey with features and information. That's The Flight, Fridays 2 p.m. until 5:30 p.m. with your host, Sugar Wayne Watkins, on Roots 96.1 FM, the voice of the inner city.
St. Andrews South, St. Andrews South. Do you want to know what the police is doing for you in serving and protecting you, our valued residents? Then tune in to the St. Andrews South Beats this and every Thursday, 11 a.m. right here on Roots 96.1 FM. Join Commanding Officer Superintendent Kirk Ricketts and the dedicated officers of the St. Andrews South Police who will facilitate your questions and inquiries. That's the St. Andrews South Beat this and every Thursday, 11 a.m. on Roots 96.1 FM, the voice of the inner city.
The world is full of job opportunities locally and overseas. Let us bring them to you. Register now at Distinction College located at 26 Hagley Park Road, Kingston, 6 Nugent Street, Spanish Town, and Ocho Rios. In 2 to 3 months, earn local and international certificates in housekeeping, food and beverage, food preparation, receptionist, and customer service. Qualified to work in hotels, cruise ships, restaurants, and businesses worldwide. No subjects required, no age limits, no entrance test. Day, evening, and Saturday classes begin very soon at low school fees, easy and flexible payment plans. Call us 356-4167.
You're listening to Roots 96.1 FM, owned and operated by the Mustard Seed Communities, giving voice to the voiceless.
You're into the Roots FM 96.1 on the FM band. It's now time for continuation of Make We Talk, Arlene Bailey. Sorry about that, Arlene. Yeah, we're moving right back into Arlene Bailey from Fletcher's Land, and she continued to talk about the status with the teachers, the students, and just basically what's happening as our students head back to school. Arlene?
From you now your patrons, boasting about name brands, but cost over 8 grand. When me searching up the same one, with the cost of a straight pants. Why own a Ferrari? With nowhere to park it.
I mean, we don't have to call a spade a spade. I mean, I said this because, look here, we don't want me picking them damage. Sometimes it's not some business with the big people, but we don't want me picking them damage. And when you go overseas and leave your children, them, trust me, I told people not talk. All your mama treat your picking them bad. You hear me? I tell you? Me I tell you no. Only I'm a good husband. I'm a good husband, I'm a good man, I'm a good family, and the people them want to hold in high esteem, them not around for treat on picking them bad. You hear me? I tell you no. Say if you don't know what me know, you don't make up on your mind. What you prefer? The eye follow the big house and the whole of good clothes, them and the barrel syndrome again. And you're there foreign, you know, happy you picking them there and then happy you make a bag of money. Because you don't say a bag of money you not make. But the stress will come with some of these jobs. Whole heap want to go over there and not teacher want to be. I remember my girlfriend when her mom went to Canada. She was a nurse at the university hospital. Where she going to go be? Must say we a table in our restaurant. Oh my God. Oh, we fool some man. We not think. It sounds good because I'm foreign. A good nurse. That's what she went overseas go do. And a good teacher. We can't use the people in classroom, a government classroom, where remember government pay the light bill and everything for the class. Or you can't use the classroom and make you whole heap of money, more thousands a week. And you know, it cost you over more money. Of course, everybody needs more money. Well, and let me tell you this. As a volunteer there, you will never be paid where you work in a life for no job where you perform. What we do is priceless. You get a little incentive. You get a little salary, but it will never be enough. Work where you put out is priceless. Don't see it as a duty. Don't see it as a responsibility to the country. Because let me tell you something. It no matter which government in a power, when the country mash up, it affects all of us. When you go and let people pick them and then get stubborn and then start to rebel and then become criminals, then start to do a kind of foolishness. The money where you have to send go you pay for university school fee, you probably have to go pay for a lawyer fee because your children get involved in crime. You probably have to your extended family because pregnancy coming in. Because you know what, let me tell you something. There are a lot of people think very shallow. Your mother, they are foreign and boy look good and things are going for boy every minute and get barrel. Somebody will push themselves onto your son. When you hear that you are getting a grandchild, not that guess what? You don't know most of we have a like a pride thing and we ego big. Can't make me pick the grandparent and live no less. Sometimes I'm not even your grandparent because you know the thing go. And you send because everybody have to look good. Not because of your daughter and kids are sometimes them things shallow. Okay, him get girlfriend and stranger come and I get all of this excitement there from mommy. Maybe the little girl might do likewise, get pregnant too. So here you have now 2 grand pitney if you take care of. You understand me? And the financial burden get bigger. I am not a pessimist, but these are some of the things that happen when you go and find a pitney them. No, you have to be a foreigner mind everybody. You mind your son, woman. Your son was supposed to do school work, and remember, you know, did to help him see the difference. And you mind your daughter, man, because everybody want away in a barrel. Or maybe, you know, literally I give them, but when you send a barrel, you might take out care guy in girl yard, she will take out your man when them come, because you know did it. So then get to do anything with them want to do. You can't video call till you're weak. Remember when the call come in. Them have the opportunity to tell the one if you go on their bed or go in a bathroom and then take the call. Or lie down silent and fix good. Remember these children are very smart, when especially when they are rude. Remember same as how them bright, so they're smart. So me want to know if you understand them something you can have. Yes, you can have camera. But remember say they know say you have camera. So them know how to relate with that. They know how to deal with that too. So if you believe they're going to see everybody will come in your house and lie you tell, they will manipulate that too. The best thing is to be here with your children. Me not tell nobody say they don't have to look like, you know. But you see, create a scenario, create a situation where you can take your children along with you. Because I know if you get a job position that offers a certain amount, in many countries across the world, you will also be able to take your family along with you. We don't believe in a breaking up family. So, if you can't take them with you, or they are not at the age or the stage where they themselves can mentally relate, psychologically relate to what is happening and work with you, don't leave them. Don't leave them. Because remember, the status of the person don't stop them from being a child molester. The fact that it is your husband and your son you left him with, and father, that don't stop him from molesting your son. It not stop him. And molestation happens also to keep people silent. Maybe this boy might see something where I'm not supposed to see. And in fear of him telling his mother, when a male child is molested, them less likely to talk because the shame will come with being molested. With a woman molest your man, you not talk. And if your gas station go say one woman molest you, maybe police laugh after you run you out of the station. And if it's a man molest a boy, him now want to talk everybody for the rest of the time in the district, in the space, it will come out one way or the other. Because remember, we don't believe confidentiality is not the key thing. Even though you try to be confidential, even though the person said them is confidential, there's somebody where they tell, they confide in. And that somebody confide in somebody else. So here one now, it is just a best kept secret where everybody know. So this is a young man is marred forever. He is marred because every little whispering. You are talking, even when you're not talking about him, as long as it's 2 people together, him feel like them are talking about him. So the only way to keep himself out of that is not to report, not tell nobody. And then he becomes mentally disturbed. Or him losing identity. He's not sure who he wants to be anymore. There are so many things that goes wrong when we do that something. So we have to be careful. We can't just get up and do and not think. Because if you do that, we are going to mess up ourselves. Remember now, we have I must relate. This is one of my WhatsApp morning thing. Good morning. The struggle is real, but so is the blessings. Every day, you notice all the year, the 2 of them together, all the talk about John, not to lie, no, the struggle real, you know. But the blessings are real too. We are alive, and that means we're blessed. Me know me blessed, me don't know about nobody else. You understand me? Me know me blessed, especially now. Especially now in the back to school, yeah. Women have nobody to send back to school. But you know what? I was talking with somebody this morning and they were telling me about a parent. Like she say, you know, say Mrs. Jane, and oh my God, I mean, the sorrow, the feeling. She not have no bag. She a walk through town, she not have no bag. She not look like she a gone away, and she not look like she a buy nothing. Because normally they have some bag or something. Just a move through listless. This is what is happening to some of the mothers and mostly the mothers. But now I go even say fathers. It happened to father too. But this is some of what happened to the mothers then back when I back to school. No, hopeless. We don't know what to do. I wonder if me walk yes, I will walk up in a body where me can get one something from. Yo, the struggle is real. God, me no know. I don't know how to relate right now, to that situation. Yeah. It has never been so hard for me because I'm the mother of an only child, but he used to rough, you know. He used to tough, you know. But just think about a mother where I have 3 pitness in a school. We are 4, 1 in a high school, 2 in a primary school, 1 there basic school. And you know no work. And you know nobody for church $1 to you. It's rough. The struggle is real. But remember the blessings are too. We could just say, God, thank you. But God, guess what? All of them alive. Me nah nobody at jail. Me nah nobody at prison. Me nah nobody at buried. So let me just give God thanks for life. That's something we can give that God thanks to for. So we have to look at everything, you know. Sometimes, let me tell you something. I'm going to share this again off of my Good Morning WhatsApp. We are often caught up with the destination that we forget to appreciate the journey, especially the goodness of the people we meet on the way. Sometimes we don't remember that. So you see, I personally appreciate my journey. I love my journey because I've met some movers and shakers in society across the world. And I love that. And that's why I implore people to volunteer, because trust me, the people them when me meet and volunteer, I would not have met them in any other forum. Me ain't go meet them if me just sit down on my yard and from town to market up on my yard and go here. No, I would not have met these people. You know, sometimes when you start to volunteer, you place yourself in a position that everything is at your fingertips. You might not have the physical money, but when you volunteer, grace and mercy carry you through. I never knew that when you are going to get one loan from NH, you had to have references. But that was not an issue for me. I mean, if I go around and I try to get one reference and nobody don't know me, you know, I could find 2 prominent Jamaicans, so I fix them signature for something for me. I say, yes, me a recommendation. Prominent. And all of that happened because community development work. And these people are as a permanent fixture in my life. They are still in my life. I can call on them for any assistance, any advice, anything, anytime, without any formality of the time of day or night. Volunteerism. So I'm imploring people, find some time that you volunteer. Parents, may I beg you know. People, I think people are, nowadays I realize that more people are making sure that them save than before. One time, every September, one people would get 5 uniforms. Nowadays, that's not the order of the day. You might get 1 or 2 new ones to go with the old one, then we're still in a good condition. One time you could have said to somebody, may I beg your son last year khaki. There's a lot of prominent Jamaicans who say, boy, you know, say, me not have it. Me not have it, you know. Because guess what? Me uncle buy 2 if you go with what they did for last year. Or my uncle buy 1. One time every year people just buy uniform, buy 1.5. But people see money different and I look for money different. Even the persons who have money. So the person that we would have normally reach out to get help, the help is no longer there. It's either them get wiser, smarter, or there are things just getting bad. So it get harder and harder. Because I look in a particular avenue where I say, boy, I'm going to try to see if I can get 2 khaki. Because I know these people have money, quote unquote. So I thought they would be doing the buying 5 uniform or 4 so I could get 1 or 2 of the ones from last year. But that's not the case. So things have changed dramatically. Wholly, things change. So it's harder for you to get certain things. The sources are drying up. So it's more difficult for me to be able to help the people them whom I love. It's getting difficult. So what do? I implore persons to think. Let us not continue to multiply poverty. Many women have a notion, say, if I have 5 baby father, I may get 5 money. If you have 5 baby father, I know all the while you get 5 money, sometimes 2, sometimes 1, sometimes none. And you end up with the 5 pity them and the bird is yours alone. We have to think with our head and our heart. We have to think with our mind and with soul. Flesh out is something properly. That's what I did. I was encouraged by Nurse Edwards through this one scenario. If the father of your child should die, how much children you alone can take care of? And in this day and age when everybody are dead, woman and man, boy and girl, pitney and baby, we have to think along that line. How we are going to do it? You have 4 pitney if you go back to school and nobody to help you with them. And you are unemployed. I you do one look at days right now and then. Have mercy. It's not possible. And whatever government that give might not be enough. And then guess what? Sometimes poor little people them, they get a little money and then decide to say, all right, I'm going to buy it now and try sell it. So that me can stretch your money now to get to do more with the money. And you might buy things to sell and work out. Because wash your money to make it little longer but work out. So you have to be careful how you do these things. I am imploring anybody who wants to get the part money and decide that they want to do something with it. Do it this way. Say for instance, you go take orders before you buy. Say for instance, you go buy soap to sell. Find out how many people you can sell soap to in your community. How many people will buy soap from you every week in your community. So you just buy the soap and then nobody know if you buy this. Oh, me buy soap already. Make your order. We have to learn to do things different. Remember, you're not bright, you're not about education. You might not be in the situation where there's a lot of job offerings in your space, in your area, especially rural Jamaica. But you might have a skill. And what is a skill that I have? You might can't comb here properly. You might can't comb here good. Let me tell you something. Start comb your pitney there here nicely. Nobody too stressing because you're stressing not comb them here. Because guess what? If you're not comb your pitney here, you're not going to get no here for combing. Because nobody not going to see the work. Oh my God, our hair look nice, see? You know what me combing? How about me combing your children them here? Your daughter them here and you're here because a lot of people going natural and you're here a week time. And from that money you get from combing them people they here, the family they here. So you know, so from Sunday morning, you have to go start out early or Saturday morning. You have to go do some of your work Friday night because guess what you have to have, if you have to cook like rice and peas, you have to learn to boil the peas Friday night. Because if tomorrow we are Sunday morning, you left out early because you have whole heap of year for go home. But when you do that, you come back with lunch money for the week for you picking them. We have to think. God is born with fingers. We have to use them. And God born with brain. So do what you have to do to make your picnic then can survive. And with your morals intact, let me say that quickly. Do what you have to do. With your morals intact. You have to do something. So use your children to advertise your work to how you comb them here. Comb them here. Because other people say you can't comb it because there's a lot of people who don't have the time and would have want them child here comb every Sunday night or every Sunday evening or whichever part of the Sunday to go to school for the week or for 2 weeks. At the end of that week again, you have, so that would be your lunch money for your picnic them. And natural hair combing is very expensive and it is trending. It is very trendy. So you're gonna get a lot of work. And while you come the girl them here so nice, you're gonna start comb the mother ear too. And and you get a what me love for your ear look. You know, say Jane up the road come me here. All right. You want number for Jane? Give me cause me want to come me here next week. I want me to go somewhere, you know. Want to come me here tomorrow. Let me call her. Guys, we have to think outside of the box. I am unemployed. I live in a rural community. How do I take care of my children? How do I do it? I remember hearing a scenario of a woman, she did just one washing machine. And then I think she lost her job or something. So you know how she'd have to pay for a washing machine? Start wash people clothes. We can't frown up on anything that give us money with our morals intact. Anything we give you honest bread, you can't afraid to do it. Honest bread with your morals intact. You hear me stress on this? Honest bread with your morals intact. Do it. And do it with a willing heart. So we have so many ways how we can make one money. Somehow we can press nice. You can go and this person have 3 children. You have press 15 uniform on Sunday evening. Make one money. Make one money, man. You have many ways how you can make one money if you're putting there and eat food. And you eat food. And with these odd jobs, the money is a lot. The money enough. Because you wash some clothes here. You press little clothes there, so you comb 2 year round there, so you help pick 2 chicken there, so you know, cause you know there's a lot of people that grow have that rear them one chicken or something. And when you grow on this and you pick 2 fowl, you get the gizzard and the foot and the liver. A 3 day dinner that are more because you're going to get enough. Plus you get pay. Plus, you can buy 2 of the chicken at a lesser price because you did their help them pick it. But some people don't think outside of the box. They just give up. We can't give up. Never give up. If you give up, you're not going to see what the future holds. And sometimes the future holds some big something for you. If I had given up, I would not have known what inside of the United Nations looks like. If I had given up, I would not have known how it feel like if you enter the US Embassy and be granted the privilege to visit the United States. If I had given up, I would not have been commissioned as a justice of the peace. If I was encouraged by people who wanted me to do wrong, I would not have had the opportunity for none of these things. So I'm saying to you, never give up. Make up your mind to do good. Write your own script and write it well. We need to write your own script and write it well. Remember, you know, the onus is on all of us to make our lives better, to make Jamaica a better place. The onus is on us as parents to protect our children at all costs without breaking the law. Me always make sure me point out certain things enough for me, you know. But you must protect your children. You must write your own script. Do not allow anybody to dictate your script. Because as we say, many teachers gone abroad. And they're not nail a job yet, you know. And even they nail one job, a big job. But because they say, me now come back. My friend tell me, say, me can't do this, me can't get mom, me can't work this, and me can't work that. And they're more about teaching positions and they have teaching positions. Remember, in instances, there will be culture shocks. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for the culture shock of being a teacher in another country across the world? Are you ready for the culture shock of knowing that my well-to-do son is in police custody, or my daughter is pregnant, and The father of a child is a family member or a family friend. Or no name is given. Are you ready for that? Let us think with our hearts and our heads and our mind and our souls. Every fiber of your being, make the decision calculating all the pros and cons, because we want to make sure the decision is for the best. We don't want to make a decision that will affect us negatively for the rest of our life. Yes, we are going to grin and bear it. The psychological pain, the emotional discomfort, all of them, some of the way you go through. If me did know, think now. Think on your toes. Do not do it because other people are doing it. Well, go for the goose, no always go for the gander. Why am I doing this? Is it worthwhile? Flesh it out. Create a, I'm going to tell you something. Life is like a business. Create like a business plan. What if? I'm not a pessimist and I'm not asking you to be a pessimist, but I want us to do it right. Teachers that have not landed yourself any proper jobs, call the Ministry of Education, sing your Sankey, come home. Jamaica is a place of choice to live, work, raise family, and do business. And we must realize that 2030 vision. It's not too late. All hands on deck. We need all of you. Please don't be political. Don't use political bias to decide the future of you and your children. Guys, we're at the end of the rope. Next week, same place, same time. God bless you. Commendation to the well-thinking Jamaicans. Commendation to the teachers that have been doing well, relentlessly over the years. And I must big up, bless up Pisgah Primary School and the principal thereof. Yeah, man, bless them up, man. Many teachers in a rural Jamaica, they are doing extremely well in a very difficult circumstances. And I bless you up this morning for that. And teachers, we need to pull up on the stocks and pull it up. At the end of the day, Jamaica is ours. It's our legacy. Let us help our children to grow to their fullest potential. Remember, for most children, you are the second school. God bless you.
Excuse me, no pagans. Don't seek validation. Toast and admiration from you nor your patrons. Boasting about me.
Denise, Isis Miller with Rootsology, which is the in-week thriller from 10 a.m. Idiot thing. Then we close it off at the end of the week with Fire Friday, which are the talk of the street. Rootsology, me say ya Rootsology. Rootsology, me say ya Rootsology. Isis Miller. Isis Miller.
You're listening to Roots 96.1 FM. Owned and operated by the Mustard Seed communities, giving voice to the voiceless.
Get the real inner city community news and be informed. You can do all that and more on City Beat, Monday to Friday at 12:45 p.m. on Roots 96.1 FM. City Beat puts you in the know and keeps you rocking in a world of knowledge. So